The United States of America continues to dump convicted criminals to Africa. This is a new trend, apparently, because it first happened to South Sudan. The US announced that they are sending convicted criminals to South Sudan because their own home countries don't want them back in their own country. So they decided, why not send it to South Sudan? And South Sudan agreed, and they are going to receive these men. After that, we talked about how Rwanda and US are talking about doing the exact same thing. And then shortly after that, Eswatini, a small country in Africa, is expecting to receive, again, convicted criminals from the US that are not from Eswatini. They are foreigners, but their countries, their own countries, don't want them repatriated back to their own country. So guess what? The US is deciding to dump them to an African country. The recent news is that the US has reached bilateral deportation agreements with Uganda and Honduras as part of its crackdown on illegal immigration. Uganda has agreed to take an unclear number of African and Asian migrants who had claimed asylum on the US-Mexico border. So now they're also making a deal with Uganda to send immigrants that the US clearly will not be accepting. Watch this clip, we'll come back and discuss. The United States is dumping convicted criminals to Africa, to be specific, South Sudan. They're deporting convicted criminals to South Sudan, even though majority of these convicted criminals are not from South Sudan. So just because the other countries refuse to accept these criminals, the US decided, why not dump them in Africa? So they're sending them off, they're shipping them off actually to South Sudan. This is just not right. Any way you look at it, it's not right. And it's so disappointing to see African countries accepting this deal. Just because the US is giving you a few coins here and there, you will take this kind of risk, you will take this kind of move that might affect your people in the long run. Why in the world are you accepting this? Will the United States of America ever accept something like this if it came from an African country? Don't be ridiculous. It's not happening. There's a reason why they don't want to deal with convicted criminals and illegal migrants. They want to send them to your country and you welcome it with open arms. That's insane, and the people need to speak up. The people of these countries that are accepting and allowing this to happen should question their governments, should demand for answers, because what do you mean by they are sending convicted criminals to these countries and making it someone else's problem? Who is that someone else? Who are we talking about? Our own people. Why would you accept this? It's just ridiculous, honestly. But anyways, fam, let us know down below what your thoughts are about US dumping migrants and convicted criminals to Africa. I am Wongel Zelalem. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.